So today I am talking about ADHD and perimenopause in women. It was something that I literally paid zero attention to until I almost lost everything that I held nearest and dearest to me. Very quickly in this video, I'm going to run through exactly what happened to me, the resources that you can try first, and what happened when I actually took HRT. List of symptoms that you'd maybe like to check out, and a list of resources that might help you too. So this is going to take a few minutes to explain. There's going to be a lot of information. Strap yourself in. The story begins last October on my daughter's birthday. I was crawling through the embers of life. It was shit street. My energy levels had become catatonic. My memory? I thought I had bloody dementia. And my anxiety shot up like Elon Musk's cock rocket into space. My internal dialogue went really dark. And just as an added bonus, my patience was like Gordon Ramsay on a bad acid trip. I'm a late mum, a mum that had kids at 37 and 38. And all I knew about perimenopause is that you're supposed to be late 40s and you get hot flushes. How wrong I was. If you are like me and you have ADHD or you are neurodiverse, you might find that instead of the physical effects, you're most likely going to suffer with neurological first. So flashback to October last year on my daughter's 4th birthday. I had no energy. I had high anxiety. I almost couldn't go out or do anything. I had no patience. I was irritable. I had brain fog that was so bad I couldn't even remember simple words like, you know, that thing that you put on toast in the morning? Oh yeah, butter. Very, very awkward in conversation. I looked like a bag lady. I made no effort with my image whatsoever because I didn't have the energy to do so. But the thing is, my periods were all fairly regular. They'd become a little bit closer together. I'd given myself the excuse that I am just a busy mum and that's just, I'm just tired. I'm just this. I'm just so many excuses. As I was suffering so very much and I literally wasn't coping, I phoned up the doctor to see if there was any help or advice. She then sent me this message, which I'm going to list on the screen now, of natural things that you can try. Needless to say, I tried all of them, full gusto, and nothing worked. Having spoken to a good number of my friends also with ADHD, they had mentioned to me that progesterone had really helped them. They started on HRT also, and it had made a huge difference to their lives. They had a whole other range of symptoms besides the ones that I mentioned, and each perimenopause will be different depending on person. So I will list the symptoms that you could possibly encounter. So I went back for HRT. These days it's bioidentical. I'm not very good with synthetic hormones. Whenever I've tried birth control or antidepressants and things, I've always had the worst side effects. But I can genuinely tell you, after 1 week of trying these, the brain fog went, my anxiety left my body, and I had so much energy. I marched the kids 5 miles and could have skipped on another 10 or 15, to be honest. My night's sleep improved because of the progesterone. And things just became clearer and I was able to cope a lot more with life and kids. Now, this isn't going to be the case for everyone. Some people are very bad at taking progesterone, specifically people that have got PMDD, which is the super bad version of PMT. If you want to share your own experience, because it's going to help other women in the comments, please do, because we're still working on a male medical model of medicine. That was a mouthful. One thing that I can personally recommend is this stuff, Lissi. It's a Icelandic cod liver oil. This one's a flavoured one that I tried to get for the kids, but they just weren't having any of it, although I did sneak into smoothies. You probably know already, but us ladies with ADHD have got lesser amounts of dopamine and norepinephrine. That means that when estrogen starts to decline, our dopamine starts to drop out the floor. So we're going to have major problems with executive function. And as society asks us, we need to be able to juggle many plates all at the same time. This is probably when you're going to find out, most likely, that you've got ADHD, because you would have masked all of these years and bobbed on by and gotten through until everything just falls through your fingers. Also, at this particular time in my life, it came to light because my daughter, I suspected, had ADHD. So I did what any normal mum would do, and hyper-focused on all of the information, munched through it like a ravenous beast about ADHD and went, yeah, that would be why. Let me please encourage you to go and speak to a GP in regards to whether you think that you're struggling and you need HRT. I would highly recommend it. It has been a life-changing supplement to my life. It's one of the things that I can actually say works. For me personally, it might be a different case for you, but I think there needs to be more information in regards to ADHD and just women in general and perimenopause, because society is asking so much at the moment and there is so much stress. And there are cases where people have been sectioned because they've almost completely lost their mind. And to be honest, I wasn't far off that. So it can be super detrimental to your life and your coping skills generally as a woman. It's really important that we get that information out there so that the medical industry start actually looking at us women, please. If you want to comment about anything that I've said in this video, please do. Share the love, because it's the only way that at the end of the day we're going to get heard, right? If you like this content, I'm pleased. If there's anything that I've missed, I will be humble. And I made a promise to create some content that was informative and educational with dignity and integrity, and the rest will follow.